Can you hear clearly?
Maybe I'm a bit
all right.
short of breath. Really, step 5 moments that I've been living, and it's been great. So thank you for that experience. I've been much more
You know what step
authentic.
5 is? You know what he's talking about? So step 1 is you ask, and life just causes you to do that. Step 2 is source answers. When you ask, it is given. Someone should write a book. Step 3 is you find a vibrational match to what you're asking for. You feel it. You imagine it. You look for things like it. You find vibrational equivalents to what you're asking for. You let it in. Step 4 is you get really good at that. Step 5 is you're having a contrasting experience, but it's not worrisome to you because you now understand how it works. And so you don't ever condemn step 1 or wish that you wouldn't have to have step 1s. You want step 1s. You just don't want to live your life in step 1. So step 5 is at ease with the contrast. Bring it on because clarity comes from it. Esther said the other day, hey, bring it on. Clarity is worth any contrast because out of the contrast, once I find my balance and once I start calibrating, it's good times, yes. So now what?
Yes. I wanted to talk a little bit about the theme of being ready to be ready to be ready. And I've had this belief since I was very young that's kind of served me to a certain point, and that belief is that success and coming into myself will come to me later in life. I don't know where that came from.
Well, it will. It will come later. It'll come now, and then it'll come now, and then it'll come now, and then it'll come now, and eventually now is later.
That's
but
true.
It just keeps coming.
Yeah. I wonder if the way I kind of feel it, if I'm kind of not ready yet, if I have that belief.
You know what that is? That's arguing for limitations. And it's all right. Almost everybody does it. You've listened to too many others that didn't know what they were doing. You know what it is? People want to explain, here's what it really is. You ready for what it really is? You're born calibrators because you came from non-physical knowing with this very deep in your roots understanding that you live in a universe that is vibration and that it's not about words or action, it's about frequencies, and that accomplishing a frequency deliberately, that's what we call deliberate calibration or deliberate creation, but you want to find matches. It's innate within you. But when you get here, and there's a lot of contrast and in many cases chaos and confusion, and sometimes as you've moved through time, you've sort of lost your sense of who you really are because you've been focusing outside of yourself. And you've been taught by teachers and parents and even your best friends to calibrate to them because everyone has this self-interest thing. You're all selfishly oriented because you can only attract from point of self. And so this desire, it feels like a need. It's almost like a compulsion. It's like an obsession with most of you to get others to get you. So you become obsessive in your explaining to everybody why you think what you think or why you know what you know or why you want what you want from a sort of protesting position a lot of the time instead of calibrating to your source or to your vortex or to your inner being where everything that you want is. You've calibrated to the humans that are around you a bit more than is really comfortable or good for you. But once you come to understand just the brief scenario that we offered here today, that when you ask, it is there for you, but you've got to learn to calibrate to it, then you become one who doesn't try so hard for others to get you, for others to understand, because you know what? Even the well-meaning ones, and there are many really well-meaning ones, they can't really get you because they're not you. And they didn't have the now. Oh, it's later now that you've been living. And so no one really is precisely at the point of attraction or the attractor that you are. So what was it you were talking about?
A practical example, kind of, I'm a musician, and I know I have something phenomenal to offer to the world. But I really feel, it's a knowing, but I feel right now what I offer is good. Should I wait before I put myself out until I feel I've reached the phenomenal? Or will that keep me in a holding pattern forever?
It doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
It doesn't work like that. It works like this. So you ask, and on your way to phenomenal, you're this phenomenal, and then this phenomenal, and then this phenomenal, then this, it's a hard word, isn't it? Phenomenal, and then this. You're bringing us to the perfect place to begin this conversation. Because when you ask, everything that you are did the asking, and your inner being who gathered up the asking knows everything, and so the phenomenal is already in the vortex. But the question is, how much of that am I capable of letting in at any point in time? It's not, should I wait and ask for it later? You already asked for it. It's how much of what I ask for am I capable of letting in? How well calibrated I am? How much more do I care about loving than being right? Or loving than making a point? Or. And so you're just continually finding new capacities to love yourself enough to let as much of what you have already become in. And you know what? You really don't want to let it in all at once. You want to sort of savor it. Oh, I've come this far, and boy, do I love it. And I've come this far, and boy, do I love that. And I've come this far. And there is no ending to what you are capable of allowing. But you're right. It's supposed to be fun all the way. But you have to leave room for your expansion. You are an eternal being. You are never ending. You have to allow yourself room to become. No, I'm the rare one that came and I want perfection immediately. And we say, you think you do, but you don't. What you want is as much as you can let in. And so we get it, and we want this for all of you. We want you to let as much in as you can, because it's all supposed to be so good. Jerry used to say to Esther on occasion, especially when they first came together, because Esther was sort of ravenous for everything. And Jerry would say, don't you want to save something for later? And Esther would say, why? Why? Because there will be more later, but you don't have to save for it. It will be as much as you can conjure and allow. You're not going to use it up. There's not a finite pie that you've been assigned. Here's what you've been assigned, and don't use it up too soon, because you might get into your 30s or 40s and you might have a long time of deprivation after that. It's an infinite pie that continues to expand through your continuing asking and through your continual allowing. Yeah. Good?
I've got it. Thank you
yes,
so
you do.
much.
You do got it.
I love you.
'Cause I've been meditating and I know that I'm loved. I've been speaking words of wisdom. Abraham, Esther, Jerry, and Joe Dispenza.